What is up, guys? It's Annie Tier Guild Forever. Gonna be doing a brief little review for what's it's called? Beruru. I don't know. Someone tell me, how do you properly pronounce this film? But anyway, you get what I'm talking about. So we're gonna be watching this movie. I'm gonna be reviewing this movie, and there's a few positives to take away from this movie, and there's a few negatives as well. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely like this film. Don't get me wrong. It was good. It was fun. It's entertaining. It's honestly, if you watch this film from beginning to end, you'll have a blast with it. But I feel like there's a lot of things in this film that were kind of based on the way it was done in the trailer and the images and everything. It kind of became something I did not expect entirely. Once again, I'm not saying this is a bad film. It was good. Very, very good. But not great. That's what I'm saying. So, before I get into review, I gotta get into my usual spiel. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Comment. And watch this video from beginning to end so we can finally hit that YouTube algorithm and become monetized. So once again, we have the sub count. We are missing the watch time. So please, guys, please watch this video from beginning to end, or watch as much as you're able to, or bare minimum, if you don't want to watch this at all, like this redirect video here, then at least hit that like button before exiting out of the video. If you can do that, more than enough for me. Okay, so make sure you hit that like button. And this was actually a film. The reason why I reacted to this, because this was from a donation from Cody. Make sure you thank him in the comment section down below. That if you're grateful for him requesting this and you enjoyed this reaction. So make sure you do that. I apologize though if in the second half of this film there was some tech issues, but it fixed itself toward the end. So it's fine. But yeah, I apologize for that. I don't know why it did that, but well, it was also doing that because I was uploading something at the same time, which is the first part of this film. And yeah, there's gonna be no cross-huggle henshin tonight because I wanted to react to this film. Tomorrow we'll continue with more cross-juggle henshin, so look forward to that tomorrow. Okay, this gives more time for the previous video to gain more likes. And don't worry for all my Inuyasha fans, or Inuyasha fellow fans, should say, gonna react to the third movie sometime this week. I don't know when yet, but sometime this week, so look forward to that. Honestly though, this film, man, this film surprised me. Like the musicals, the visuals, the message that was conveyed was very, very strong. Especially considering the character, what was her name? Suzu. She was a character that pretty much went through a whole lot of suffering, a whole lot of seclusion, isolation, even from her own father. Granted, is probably because she lost her will. I don't want to say her ability because she can sing. It's just her trauma prevents her from singing the way she wants to. So all that occurred is what bottled up is what she bottled up inside, and pretty much made it to the point to where her own trauma caused her to no longer sing, because it feels, this is what I got. The reason why she loves singing because it's something that she did with her mother. But now that her mother is gone, the love for singing vanished along with her. You know what I mean? So that's why she doesn't sing anymore, because she no longer loves it the way it was for her back then when she was a child, when she was with her mother. And I will have to say the character definitely feels very real, very layered. She definitely is one that is, she's a struggler is what I like to say. She went through her struggles and she was able to find an outlet, which is like the virtual reality place. By the way, the virtual reality place I feel like was not explored enough. My personal opinion. It was kind of used as a way to help counterbalance the character's issue in order to find some kind of hope, some kind of enlightenment in her life. to help propel the character forward until she gets to a point to where she can finally sing on her own without needing the help of some computer or some virtual reality place. The virtual reality place did kind of serve as the way to help the character developed, but I feel like the world in it of itself needed more time. Granted, this is a 2-hour film, so they had plenty of time, but the thing is, there was another element involved that I did not see coming, which in my opinion did not need to be there. They could have used, instead of using that, they could have switched it out and done more with the world, more about how this world is, more about her relationship with Shinobu, because clearly at the end of the film, the one she loves is Shinobu. It was not that kid, because it's a kid, okay? Which, in my personal opinion, and my honest opinion, is very... Because look, even this poster, right? Let's just say you've never watched this movie yet, right? But you want to. Look at this poster. Doesn't this poster kind of give the vibe like, oh, there's this girl and then there's this monster. Clearly the monster is going to be like a love interest kind of thing, right? No, at the end of the film, it wasn't that at all. But I will admit, what we did get instead of that was kind of a life lesson, kind of soul-searching thing, which I do like that part in the film, because what this film basically was two lost souls. Two lost souls that went through so much suffering, so much heartache, so much dilemmas in their life and don't know how to cope with it. So instead of trying to face it, they decided to run away from that reality and instead live out their lives within this virtual space. The virtual space acted as a medium to help them deal with their personal problems. And it's an escape. But when the two met each other, especially when that... Look, I'm not going to lie to you, even though if it didn't end up necessarily like Beauty... Well, it kind of... Like, this movie had a lot of Beauty and the Beast references. 100%. Especially with the dancing in that little ballroom area. And those little creatures that basically represented the teacup collection. The live teacup collection. So there was some heavy Beauty and the Beast moments. So that's why, look, Beauty and the Beast, how this film was advertised, the images like this one, everything, you would think that at the end of the day, she was going to end up with this creature or this user in you, right? No, dead set wrong. No, they do not end up together. I feel like at first she did kind of had an attraction for him, but but the moment she realized that he's going through problems, she was concerned for him. She wanted to save him, because in a way you could say she didn't want it to make the same mistake where she wasn't able to save her mother, but this time she was at least able to save these two little boys from their problems. And honestly, I do like that message. It's pretty much she saw someone that was as miserable and suffering as she was, right? So she went out of her way to seek this person out in order to help them. I'm going to say this right now, and you guys can disagree if you want to, but I'm going to stand firm on this. I believe that she had an attraction toward this creature at first. She did, okay? I 100% believe she had an attraction for him, because when she was singing that love song, she thought of Shinobu and she thought of him, okay? So in my honest opinion, there was an attraction there for her with him, but the moment she starts seeing that he had his own problems, it became more a concern rather than an attraction. And then when she found out that he was a child, it's like, back to Shinobu. I ain't into minors. That's literally what it was. Like, you can be like, oh, well, the message... Yes, there was a message. It was conveyed, and it was done brilliantly. In my personal opinion, the message between these two and how the resolution came to be, I feel like chef's kiss. That was very well done. But in my personal opinion, the movie could have been 1,000 times better if it explored more on the relationship between Shinobu and Suzu, as well as the vastness of this world. That way, it would feel more like Summer Wars or SAO, Because Summer War, like, this movie is similar to Summer Wars in a sense of this virtual reality place. But at the beginning to the end, the main character was interested in that one girl from Summer Wars. And majority of the time, it was the main character developing himself, so much so that the female took a notice of that and became attracted to him toward the end of the film. That's what happens. And then throughout all the events that occurred, we were getting to see the vastness of the world, how it works. Granted, there was a real life dilemma, but the dilemma was so well connected to what was going on virtually that it made sense. I'm not saying this didn't, but I felt like it kind of became, it felt like I felt like I was watching two different films at the same time. And I will admit, I feel like this whole imagery, like with Suzu and then the dragon, it's very misleading because it makes you think like her and the dragon are going to be a thing when in reality it never happened. And again, I know it sounds like I'm bashing the film, but look, I got to be critical with it. I have to, because there was a lot of things in this film that I loved, but there was a lot of things in this film that as well I did not like, because I felt like those were wasted opportunities. The movie should have focused a lot more on the relationship between Suzu and Shinobu. If the creature and Suzu were never going to be a thing, develop Shinobu and Suzu. That way, when it ended, you really felt the chemistry between the characters. Me, personally, I felt no chemistry whatsoever. Granted, I get it. At the end, Shinobu basically said, okay, I'm done being your mom. Now I can try to... Hey! I'm joking. You get what I'm trying to say. But in my honest opinion, I feel like the movie was good, but it wasn't great. Okay? Now, does it mean it's worse than The Girl That Leapt Through Time? That's a good point. No, I'm gonna have to say I like this movie more. The message was stronger here than The Girl That Leapt Through Time. The Girl That Leapt Through Time was okay, but it was kind of This movie was visually stunning. The music was good. There was a strong message, and the character Suzu overall is likable. In my opinion, the girl here, Suzu, is way more likable than Akari. I think her name was Akari from The Girl That Leapt Through Time. I liked this girl way more than her. That girl was just... No. I did not like her character whatsoever. But yeah. If I were to give a rating for this film, out of 10 star, no, out of 5. Let's make it simple. Out of 5. Out of 5, I give it a 3.5. Those visuals and the music were really good, though. A 3.5 to a 3.8, because I'm not gonna lie, the music and the visuals were extremely good. I'm not, like, no one's gonna deny that the visuals and the music were probably the backbone of this movie. But narrative wise, it feels a little messy. I'm gonna say it felt a little messy, my personal opinion. While there were elements in this film I loved and were done perfectly, there was a lot of other things in this film that I felt like were left wasted. Because if you're gonna advertise this film where the Beast and this girl Suzu are kind of like connecting to one another, make them a thing. That way it feels stronger. That way it feels better when they first meet. And another thing, they shouldn't have made the Beast kid, they shouldn't have made it a boy. They shouldn't have made it like someone her age. They should have kept the communication between these two more and more. Like, again, if the film feels messy to me, because at one point it's all about Suzu being able to conquer her trauma while trying to find an outlet to helping her sing, because she still loves to sing, but it's hard for her to sing when her mother's gone and that trauma that came with it. But then it became about this monster who kind of pretty much gave a Beauty and the Beast kind of feel. So you would think like, hey, they're going to be a thing, right? But no, it didn't. She ended up being their messiah. She ended up saving the boy that went through all this. And it feels it felt less like a love story and it felt more like saving one another. You know what I mean? Even though for me, the images and the trailer give off a love story. That's just me. But like a Beauty and the Beast love story. But in the end, yes, Suzu still ended up liking what's it's called? Shinobu. That is confirmed 100%. But nothing really developed there. You know what I mean? Like, nothing really happened. If anything, I'm not gonna lie to you, the ship between Luca and the canoe guy, that was probably the best thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That was probably the best thing in the film for me. Of course, the music, the visuals, but I felt like this movie could have been so much better to where it could literally have earned the top 3 spot. But at most, it's getting a top 5. At most, a top 5. But again, don't take it too harshly, guys. I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm not completely satisfied for what because it didn't do what I was I don't want to say it didn't do what I expected. It didn't do what it could have done to be exceptional. Like, I feel like this movie had the potential to surpass at least Summer Wars or Boy and the Beast. But no, personally, Summer Wars, Boy and the Beast, Wolf Children, easily best of his films, hands down. That's my personal opinion. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction as well as this film, and let me know your thoughts. Did you like this film? Did you not? Were you okay with it? Did you thought it was like, were you like me that loved it? Okay, I don't want to say, were you like me that liked it but wasn't 100% in love with it? That's me. That's me right now. I like the film, but I don't 100% love the film. It was a good time, but it wasn't the best time. Does that make sense? Anyway, so yeah, that's it for me. Hashtag in the comment section down below. Hashtag, what should it be? Suzu singing. Okay, I know that's simple, but hey, look, that's all I got. Hashtag Suzu singing in the comment section down below to let me know you watched this review from beginning to end. All right, that's it for me, guys. Peace. I'm out.